to remember Jerry. A great lifter, but more importantly, a great person and a great coach, a great father, and just a great friend.
Highlighting the event were world record holders Brent Howard, Tom Eisman, and Jim Nickerson, lifters known for their sportsmanship and getting the crowd involved in the sport.
Nearly 100 world-class powerlifters are competing to honor a local lifting legend. Jerry Capello passed away in June last year, but left behind quite a legacy, from records to his ability to help other lifters accomplish their goals. The Jerry Capello Memorial Powerlifting Competition takes place at the Ramada, but Capello used to put in his work at Gold's Gym. Capello built quite a resume through his illustrious career. He holds the second highest deadlift in the World Association of Benchers and Deadlifters at 806 pounds, an open class world record. Capello is also the oldest and lightest person to deadlift over 800 pounds and the first inductee of the WABDL Hall of Fame. Meet director and longtime friend of Capello, Sam Pechtel, knew the powerlifting legend around 30 years.
People just came out of the woodwork. Everybody wanted to be part of this. Everybody respected Jerry Capello. And the powerlifting, not just here in Oregon, across the United States, he is known as probably one of the top 5 deadlifters in the world.
Record holders were competing in the event, and winners will take home Capello's old trophies.
Okay. First of all, I want to say a few things about Jerry Capello, and then we're going to do the slideshow, and then Bill Endenberg, his longtime training partner, is going to say some words, and then we'll start the deadlift. First of all, Jerry's got the highest deadlift, age 50 or over, at 806. That's number one. We put him into the first guy to be elected into the WABDA Hall of Fame last October 31st, and that was in Reno. Jerry touched the lives of everybody around him. Obviously, you people here know more about that than anybody. He was always willing to help people. Even, people, some trainers wouldn't even want to waste their time with. Jerry felt everybody had a chance to be, get their fullest potential. Can't say enough about him. I used to drive 175 miles from Bend, Oregon down to train in his garage. I did that for about 3 months with Jerry and Jared and a few other people. And I'd stay there Friday night. I get to sleep up in the attic. That was his home up in Butte Falls, and it was like I felt like a little mountain man up in the, which I guess that's kind of what it is, mountain man country anyway. The nickname for the Butte Falls is the Loggers, and a lot of elk for dinner and elk for breakfast. It was some really good food. Anyway, that's about all I can say about Jerry. He was it's a lot of world records. I think there was around 17 or 18 world records over, I think the first time I met him was maybe 93, 94, somewhere in there. And he was deadlifting about 650 at that time. He was lifetime drug-free, passed 5 drug tests, and loved to beat guys that were taking steroids.
Jerry Capello left us way too soon. His mark in life will be remembered in the lives that he touched. Jerry would call himself the runt of the family from his small logging town of Butte Falls. But for those of us that knew him, he was larger than life. Jerry was great at whatever he did, athletically, professionally, and personally. Jerry loved his family and his children with all his heart. He was their greatest fan. Jerry touched our sport in so many ways, in the record book, in his dedication, and his commitment to help everyone he touched become a winner. Family. Friends. God. That was Jerry. And he loved this sport.
Come on, Jerry!
Okay, this will be a world record for Jerry Capello.
Come on!
seriously if we will ever see another one like that. Jerry Capello. Unbelievable. Let's hear it for Jerry right now. No matter how many times you see that, you can't help but be inspired by it. And I can hear Jerry right now saying, "Shut up, Bill, sit down, and let's get on with the damn meat." Well, not so fast, Jerry, not today. There's a few things that I need to tell these folks about you, and I know there are some folks that you definitely want me to thank. So let me start with a few thank yous. Obviously, Gus and Terry, you guys have been here through most of Jerry's lifting career, and you were there to support him. He considered you guys great friends. Gus drove all the way out here from Minnesota, and of course Terry drove down from Salem, and just know that Jerry's smiling down on you and thanking you for being here. Sam Pechtel, Dan Gutchess, you guys have been putting this meet on here for about 6 or 7 years, and it wasn't a couple of days after Jerry passed that they both called me and said, you know, this year, this meet has got to be the Jerry Capello Memorial Meet. So I want to thank Sam and Dan for all the work you do to make this such a great meet. And a round of applause for you guys. Thank you. Tom Eisman, one of the greatest lifters in the history of the sport, came all the way out here from Medford, New Jersey to be with us. He and Jerry had established a friendship based on mutual respect over the last few years, and they traded training techniques, they traded strategies and things like that, and they forged a great friendship. And Tom absolutely wanted to be here and to pay tribute to Jerry. So you're going to see a great a great presentation from Tom later on in the meet, and he's going for some records, and as I know, again, as he said, Jerry will be cheering him on as well. Brent Howard, another world record holder, came to us from Nevada. He wanted to be here as well, one of the biggest showmen in the history of the sport, and he's going to do a demonstration lift at the end of this meet, so don't leave early. You're not going to believe what you see. You're going to be talking about it for years to come. Of course, Pam and Jared and all the members of Jerry's family who are with us today, we just thank you for allowing us to honor Jerry in this way and for being here to be a part of it. This was Jerry's hometown. This is the crowd that he loved to lift in front of. This is the crowd where he set all his biggest records. And we just thought it was befitting to honor Jerry here today. So thank you very much for being here. And of course, all of you were friends of Jerry's, because Jerry didn't know anybody but friends. And some of you knew Jerry better than others. But all of you know that he loved the sport of powerlifting. He loved lifting with his friends. He was obviously one of the greatest power lifters in the history of the sport, but he was a lot more than that. He was a great person. He was a great friend. You know, Jerry, as the film said, he was good at everything that he did. I mean, you name the sport, and he would usually beat you at it. And you might think that a guy that was that used to winning almost all the time might not be a very good loser. But that certainly wasn't the case. If you're ever fortunate enough to beat Jerry at anything,